What is up, boys? Drop here, jumping straight into the Tiny Troubles mission, starting with Noisy Neighbors Nuicance. We're going to stack up on this door. Security man's going to be in line with the frame. Open her up. Get some murder in. So, I'm going to throw this flashbang because somebody's blind firing into the door frame, and I don't like that. Get our diminishing return. Murder. We're going to throw a grenade right because there's no hostages, HVTs, or VIPs, so we're going to throw grenades. Dig right as it goes off. Kind of enter like a hallway because this turns into a hallway looking scenario. I want this guy to go forward and I want this guy to at the same time go down or look down, kind of plating him because of these doors. It's clear, so we push onto the open threat. Here, I pushed here initially because I was going to enter, but as I came up, I saw all this shit was here. I don't like that this door is open on this hallway to the right, making it harder for me to see. Center fed rooms are already more dangerous because you have to deal with two corners, and the fact that there is shit in the way that makes that even more difficult. I decided to just boogie around and clear from the top here so I can get this part, and then I can just run the rabbit along this wall looking south and clear the hallway down here long as it opens up. So that's what I do. You don't have to. And there's a guy there, so we get him. I noticed one of my guys is low, so we reload really quick, even though it shouldn't be an issue. We push down. I wanted to throw a grenade through this open wall all the way down here because I know the last guy's down here, but it wouldn't let me, so it got weird. So I had to just push him in, and then I had him pulling security while this rear guy throws a grenade. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bop.
Mission complete.
All right, the view. We're gonna stack up on this door as we do. Try to be in line with the door frame. Sledgehammer's gonna slam her open. Murder the guy we see immediately. Get a quick diminishing return after we throw this flashbang into the kitchen. Push in. We have this kind of wall here that blocks us, so this is kind of like a mini hallway, so I have my cross coverage, and I do want to yeet a flashbang in, and then this guy is going to, these guys are going to plate each other. Basically, this guy's going to look down the hallway, and then this guy's going to look down, quote, digging his corner, but we're not going to actually flow to the corner. So I decide to flow straight to these rooms. That is because I can see into them thanks to our sniper, and I know that there's bad guys in there. I don't know if there's bad guys in here or over here. So you can do the argument one of two ways, and either's fine. Again, there's no like, you don't have to do it my way, and I don't have to do it your way. But your thought process can be, well, I know there's enemies in here, so I want to go deal with them, right? Or you can be like, well, I can see them, so I want to go deal with the spaces I can't see, and then I just need to be switched on. If I see these guys start moving, then I need to, you know, do a 180 and attack the problem. But my thought process is, I know there's enemies in this room, so that's my next threat. Is taking care of these enemies. We get our sledgehammer out. We work this room first. Boom, boom, boom. I have this guy deep in this corner. I can't see him, so I shove this guy in super fast to take care of him. And I notice this room starts getting super aggressive, so I back this guy off to pull security on the door. And my plan is to just have this blue guy, as soon as he murders this guy, just fucking cut back to assist him. But what happens is all these guys get in a sweet little fatal funnel.
Good job.
And we get some sick enfilade fires, and we just kill them. All right, so for the mission rat work, we are going to enter this room or this building the same way that we've been entering. One guy pulling security, Sledgeman opening it, diminishing return, murder, murder, murder. We stack up. I see an open door left. I decide to take it. I roll straight into my diminishing return. Now, because this game has some weird affinity for fucking, this should be his threat right now. Okay, he should already be shooting him, but even if he doesn't, as he rolls around, a guy in the back presents himself and he changes targets. You don't fucking do that. But in this game, sometimes they do, and I can't figure out why they do it. But so this causes not only, look at that, that's why we take care of the closest threat first. Not only does this guy get shot, but after he kills him and we push to the frame, now I have to push back out to deal with this guy. This causes me to slow down, and then this guy comes in. I should already be pushing in, honestly, because they can murder this guy as they enter. But because this fucking bullshit caused me to slow down in this hallway, this door opens. Again, this is why we don't like to hang out in hallways. So after this guy dies, I have to snap this guy back, and then we enter the room. I get the fuck in the room now. I continue to clear forward, get my diminishing return, kill, kill, kill. Dig our corner. It's safe. Punch back out. I decide that instead of rolling this way or this way, I want to come back and clear this room now properly. I throw a flashbang across so that it gives me some freedom of maneuver going into the room. But then what I should have done was punched my first guy out to secure this door while the second guy punched into this room. And the reason for that is that while they were both crossing, the people that are in this room, as you're about to see, could have just punched out and shot us in the back. Because I didn't throw a flashbang down here, I threw it over here. So this is actually safe for like 4 seconds, and this is not. So I should have pulled security this way and let my second dude flow to the room that had a flashbang kind of securing it. But we roll up onto the kitchen, get our diminishing return on the door, and then I just pie around this corner deep and kill everybody on the way in.
Good job.
And we seize the day. Uninvited guests entering the room or the house the same way. Man's on the frame, sledgehammer's opening, murder, murder, murder. Get our diminishing return. We see a bunch of guys deep, so I decide to push all the way to that open doorway. Again, you don't have to. But I kind of defeat my own purpose here, and I'll explain it in a minute. For some reason, when I saw this guy and then he disappeared, my brain broke for a second. I was like, ooh, let me throw a flashbang. Fuck no. There's 3 doors here that I am bypassing for this open area. Everything is a trade-off. If you're going to do that, bypass these doors, it is to get the fuck in here. So I should have just flowed in and let these guys kill him as he presented himself again. Hanging out in this room and taking the time to throw a flashbang completely defeats the purpose of bypassing these doors, right? If I'm gonna do that, I might as well go to this first door and take the time to open it and shit. So yeah, just another learning point for y'all. Don't do that. I get lucky and nobody opens the door while I'm doing this, but yeah, don't do that. Just flow straight in. These guys will handle it. I notice the door back here opens, so I bump this guy here to pull security this way, and then I turn this guy around to go see what's happening. We murder him. I have another decision point here. I can either push back across this room to take care of this, or I can continue forward. I decide to continue forward in the hopes that this wraps back around to here. Murder, murder, murder. I definitely overexposed myself. The 3 guys in the hallway was a bit much, but we survive. Open the door, get our diminishing return. Dig our corner super fast, clear it.
Placing charge.
Set a charge on this door because it's a thin hallway. I prefer in these tight spaces to get a door charge on and get a little distance. So we get our distance. It leads outside, so I decide to push out and just clear the back space real quick. Punch back onto this door. Open her up. No HVTs, hostages, or VIPs, so we eat a grenade into the room. Punch in. Snap to our next threat after we clear that corner. Push to this door, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. Open. Grenade.
Frag out! Take cover!
As the guy's trying to run out, we kill him.
Good job.
Easy, breezy, beautiful, dead terrorist. All right, door to door. Can you guess how we're gonna enter? If you haven't by now, I don't know what to tell you. Door opens, security man kills the guy inside, get our diminishing return. We have another tight room here, so I set a door charge and get my distance again.
Charge set.
Our security man holds security the whole time. We open her up, murder that dude, punch in, get our diminishing returns on this door. We have another small room. I decide to take the door closest to the wall because I assume it's going to be some sort of corner-fed-ish room. It does run along this wall. Get our diminishing returns. He throws a flash through the door. That's sick. Punch in, dig our corners. Now we have a situation where we saw this guy, but we didn't kill him. It's totally fine. But the way you have to start looking at all these scenarios is because this isn't a normal room, right? And this is where I think a lot of you guys get tripped up because you're like, well, it's not a perfectly symmetrical room. So you have to start thinking of it as how do these angles eventually open up? It's like chess. You have to kind of be able to look a few steps ahead, right? So I want this guy to punch in here to kill him, right? But what does that look like as he punches in? This whole side angle is going to open up, and we see that there's a door here. Even if we didn't see there was a door, we still need to clear that before we punch this guy in, right? So I push this guy along the side, kind of like a running the rabbit, right? Looking this way so that he can clear this, make sure the door's not open, and there's not somebody here that's going to shoot this guy in the side plates as he exposes himself. Now this guy can move up because this guy can't see him, and this guy's pulling security this way, so even if he does come out, this guy's going to take care of it. So it's all like a methodical, step-by-step process to, as best you can, deal with these angles one at a time. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. So as you can see, he's going to secure that angle, and then now his buddy's going to push out. That easy. This guy's pulling security on both these doors. Gonna throw a flashbang into this for this guy real quick. It's a small room. He probably should have just done the diminishing return. I doubt there would have been more than one guy in there, but again, this door on both sides is tight, so I decided to put a door charge on this door because I can go deep here and pull security that way. I had my security man go first. That's just a bad controlism by me. Open the door, murder people from the deep, punch up to the door,
Get over there.
get a few more diminishing return kills. We're gonna yeet a flashbang in, but we have this corner we need to clear, and we have this window that somebody could be standing right here. So, where do we go first? We're gonna go here, because this flashbang is going to control anybody in this corner long enough for me to punch my first guy to this window and then punch my second guy here, because whoever's out here, if there's somebody out here, which there ends up being, if there's somebody out here, there's nothing stopping them right now, right? They're not stunned, they're not flashed, right? But this guy is if there's a guy in this corner. So I want to punch my first guy here as fast as I can to take care of that, and then my second guy can come in right after him, and he's got enough time to take care of the threat. Hopefully that long-winded explanation made sense. As you can see, both statements become true. And then we just pull security on the window because I think this is the only dead space left. Secure our HVT, and we end the mission. Alright, so for room service, you get 4 people, which is super sick. We have our guys peek, pause, and push. They murder that guy. I decide to take this door first. No particular reason, it's just closest to me, so I decided to take that one. So I roll one guy past the door to pull security on this one, roll a guy out within line with these frames to pull security on this door, and then I have my other two guys work this door. As you can see, our security man's doing his work. While these guys are working, somebody opens the door. That's why you got a security man here. And then since they decide to open it for us, we just punch in. My rear two guys are just gonna pull security while these two work the room, and we see what it looks like.
Watch out!
Our security guys are doing their work while the guys aggressively attack the rest of this room. This guy's taking this while this guy's kind of prying around this door and window to see what's out here. We clear all that. Instead of going down this way, I decide to punch back and then shoot across to clear this. So we treat this just like a hallway. One man's gonna come in, bump across, two man's gonna come down. These guys are gonna pull security while these guys flow across to take care of the room. This guy's just gonna kind of run the rabbit, quote unquote, to clear that. Then we're gonna clear this room like normal. Diminishing return. That diminishing return, I felt good enough to not have to dig in. Push onto here. I have my sniper take care of this guy, and then we throw a flashbang and dig our corner, and you'll see we kind of just smoke the mission.
Watch out!
Bada bing, bada boom,
Good job.
bada schlap.
Mission complete.
Alright, so for Pincers Power, up on the door, it's locked, so I have to use a breaching charge. Should have used the sledgehammer just because it's faster.
Charge set.
But, throw the charge on, we blow it open, we murder these two guys, get our diminishing return, punch to our next door. How's our guys getting ready? He decides to open it for us. Get our diminishing return. That guy was trying to hide in that corner. First guy's gonna punch in this way. Because the chance of a threat this way is much higher than this little corner, especially since we already had a guy come out of it. But we are still going to have our support man dig that corner, just to be safe. And then move down the hallway, and you're about to see the doors are not cover mod really doing its work. Dudes are shooting all over the place. So I give them a minute to dump their bags, and then while I have a second to breathe, I sprint across the room to this open threshold. I notice there's a window here, so my plan is to punch out and then throw a grenade in here. We end up shooting somebody and it opens up the window, and then we just murder the dudes in the room. But I still throw a flashbang in there, sprint to that door, and enter the room and take care of it. Then we just punch down to this next door. Come on, guys. Really took my time there. Get our diminishing return. Excuse me, throw a flashbang first. Get our diminishing return. Punch into this corner real quick. Enter the room and go to the next threat, which is this door. Cut up in this corner as hard as I can. Open the door, yeet and delete the last terrorist. Alright, so for Lonely Abode, we get the luxury of 4 operators again. So we got 2 on the door, 1 doing the charge, 1 pulling security this way.
Ready to burn.
Pull the door open, punch in to get better view on this, murder the guys down the hallway. Since we have 4 operators, I punch 2 guys forward to secure this, and then I have 2 guys flow and work this room. Kill, kill, kill. Diminishing return. Terrorist decides to come out of the bathroom. There's a table here. That corner's clear. I am super confident that this was the only terrorist in that room, so I don't even enter all this. But in all fairness, there could be a guy here, so what I should have done probably is just yuck a grenade there. If I don't want to enter all the way in, just yuck a grenade. You have the equipment, but I don't. And luckily I'm right, there's nobody back there, so. We punch in. This guy's gonna get his peak powers pushed down this hallway.
Placing charge.
These guys are setting the charges, so I push these guys forward to this room.
Charge set.
And then I decide, before blowing this, I don't want to unnecessarily expose. Again, it's thinking a couple steps ahead, right? Once this opens, these guys' backs become exposed. So I'm gonna let them work this door and get into this room first, and then we're gonna blow this and take care of this room. Digs his corner, murders the guy in the corner as is tradition. Then they put our security on their door. We blow that one, get our diminishing return.
Good job.
And murder the last guy alive. All right, so for Big Boom Little Condo, I wanted to show you guys the first
Charge ready.
run that I did running this mission back. To be honest, I forgot about this bomb up here, and you're gonna see why that's so funny here in a second. So I sprint my guys in to take care of that bomb before it goes off. Guy's shooting through the door because I have the doors on cover mod. Once he's done with his burst, I sprint these guys across, kick it open, and in my head, I'm like, dude, we've totally taken care of this threat. Now we can just fucking yeet grenades all over the place, right? Fucking wrong, dude. I just completely incinerate this half of the house because, like I said, I forgot that bomb was there. And I don't know, I thought it was fucking funny because I was running back these missions for these recordings. And yeah, like I said, I just completely forgot that bomb was there. I mean, the bomb isn't even, this bomb's here in the fucking goddamn intel view, but it ain't in here. So, I mean, not that I was looking at it, but still, I just thought it was funny. But now I'll show you guys the clean run that I do. Now that I remember, oh yeah, that's right, that fucking bomb's there. So,
Placing charge.
got a 4-man team, we stack up on the door, blow her open.
Charge set.
Sniper does his shot at the same time. Again, I've talked about it in an old video, when dudes are behind cover like this, don't even fuck with them. Your guys could kill them in two rounds. Your guys can dump 2 mags each, like, and not kill this guy, so I don't even fuck with it. They're behind cover like that, I back the fuck off, and I just eat a grenade and let the fucking grenade deal with them. It ain't worth it. So the grenade deals with them, we push out, we do this kind of left side, right side problem. This guy should have gone first because this angle opens up before this angle. So he does take a couple rounds because of it, but it is what it is. But the idea being, this guy pulls this way, this guy pulls this way, and the center guy sprints to the bomb. I should have had this guy, because he already had security, just go straight to this door, but I didn't, so I'm handling it now. Gets his diminishing return, pushes back to this hallway.
Diffuse.
Once this guy's done with the bomb, he falls back in formation. Now that I know that the bomb's here because I just fucking yeeted and deleted my whole squad throwing a grenade in there, we go on ahead, push our security man forward, stack our dudes on the door, and take care of this room. We throw a flashbang instead of a hand grenade. Punch in, murder this dude. Once this is clear, I have my guy hop the table, and then I have these two deal with this door. This terrorist decides to open it for me, so we kill him. Get our quick diminishing return. The room's clear, so then I punch this guy forward, and these two dudes decide to clear the rest of the house. This is a T-way intersection. I have taught how to deal with that. You have your cross coverage, and then once it's time to push out, they take their sides. Just like that at the same time, as best they can. It's a tight hallway, so they're a little offset. Flashbang goes in the room. We get our diminishing return. Nobody's in there. Flashbang in this corner because we can. Run the rabbit into that corner. Too easy. At this point, I'm not gonna lie, I'm confused. I'm like, is there a guy here? What's going on? He didn't shoot at us because I didn't notice this door over here. So there's a door over here and a room with the last guy in it. I'm not gonna make y'all, I guess I'll just speed it up to let y'all watch it. But yeah, we clear that room. I'm like, oh fuck, there's a door over here. So then we just push to it. I throw a flashbang in there just in case there's a guy in that corner. I notice there's a table and there's not.
Charge.
Put a door charge on because this is a tight spot. Get our little 3 feet of distance, blow it open, and murder the last guy in the room. And that's how you crush tiny problems.
Tango down. No tango. Got him. Changing back. Got one.
Good job.
Banger out.
Good job. Mission
Banger out.
Good job. Mission complete.
Got one. Clear. Banger out. Tango down. Placing charge. Ready to burn. Throwing frag.
Look out!
Frag out.
Watch out!
Good job. Mission complete.
Placing charge. Charge ready. Flash out. Got one. Flash out. Placing charge. Charge set.
Going
Got him. Flash out.
take cover!
Clear. Target in sight. Don't move. Hands in the air. Hands now. No tangos. Target in custody.
Good job. Mission complete.
Got one. Setting charge. Banger out. Flashbang out. Got him.
Good job. Mission complete.
Clear. Placing charge. Ready to burn. Throwing fire. I got hit. Got one. Diffusing. Clear. Done here. Flash out. Bomb located. Diffusing. Clear. Flashbang out. Diffuse. Flash out. Flashbang out. Placing charge. Charge set.
Good job. Mission complete.